Hi guys, welcome back to Zelda, and we'll be fighting the mini-boss now. Which always acts as a good halfway point through each dungeon. It's pretty not hard to work out what the hell you've got to do on this. It's pretty simple. The floor is made out of the metal stuff, or electric stuff, or magnetized stuff. But all we've got to do is wait for him to open himself up like that, and then we get in a few strikes. And then we'll want to grab him and throw, which puts together quite a few different bits of game mechanic, which is good. And I do cock up quite a bit here, because Z targeting when you are trying to pick him up does not want to work. Or the fact that took too long. But this really is not difficult at all. As long as you're always wearing your boots, you won't go flying. And with the usual Zelda rules, boss fight is a rule of 3 here. Like there, for example, I was just not quick enough on the mark. By using the shield, we can block his attacks anyway, so it's not too much of a bother. It's just this, which takes away a lot of your health, really. So just remember that, don't Z-target him when you try and pick him up. Leads to nothing but trouble. Or try and get a bit of distance away from him. And I do manage to throw him, but it's not good enough. Sort of like when you throw Bowser on Mario 64 and you just haven't thrown him from the right angle. And there we go, and he's actually not a bad man. He just thought we were bad. And I believe this is one of the few times where the dungeon weapon is in a chest. And it's always nice to have something in a chest. And we get a nice bow. A lot earlier in this game than previous. I think, no, Majora's Mask, I believe, is one of the earliest times we get it, as it's, yeah, within the first temple. It does one-shot quite a few enemies, this bow does, which is nice. And now we've got this, we can basically finish the rest of the temple easily enough. It's also used for cutting. It's also used to destroy BMOs. BMOs. And it takes me a while to realise I'm actually supposed to keep trying to go forward before the statues activate. So if we try going to the bottom here, he lights up. The beams have a certain range, so it's as long as you're out of that, you'll be able to take out the eye. And once they've been killed, they can be pushed and pulled. And hidden behind a few of these are some treasure chests. And you've got a, there's like some level of, you know, time in for this. We've basically got everything we need in this room now. All we need to do is travel to the opposite side. And in doing this, we can get another cool item over there, which will probably be most likely a small key. Oh no, it's another Elder with the third and final piece of the boss key. And this one looks delightfully creepy. But the chest behind him, I believe, contains 50 smackaroonies, which is always good to have. So now all we got to do is get to the boss room, which isn't too difficult. We just basically end up going up in a circuit and going back to the main room in a moment. Then we can head up on north completely then. This room is pretty lackluster. You get enemies on the ceiling, on. I hope these are stalactites, hopefully. And they're easy to dispatch with. And the fire keys, they're easily killed again just by being one shot. You don't have to remove the fire first. And here I wouldn't have known what to do unless that bat would have been near me, so I would have been alright then. But yeah, just running forward like that isn't good. Or making sure you're looking up in this place is quite important. And once you get the bow and arrow, arrows do drop pretty frequently. And they only take 3 arrows to kill. So that's not too bad. And like I say, we'll get some more arrows soon enough. Especially just by killing these dudes because they love dropping stuff. Also coming up, if you didn't notice, we have the old shoot the blue diamond switch doodad to open the door. Which always, you know, staple of Zelda. Shoot the switch, maybe it's timed, maybe it's not, we don't know. But it's easily done on this one. And I'm surprised they haven't chucked in a couple more. But the old floor walking gets another go. I think this will probably be one of the last times, like properly, like walking instead of using cranes sort of thing. And it's pretty odd being upside down in first person as well. And I wasn't sure if this was timed, so I thought I'll just bail off there straight away. But judging by the sound, it's probably not. And you spot another chest on the right, which contains another 50 rupees for us. And we have another pressure switch here, just activate the last couple of magnetic lift doodads, which promptly takes us back over to this side of the map. And you see that great big purple dot there, that's our boss. He's really in our sights now. And because we've got the arrow, it makes sense the fact that we can go back this way a lot easier than we could before, because we can activate the switch from afar. And there's some new enemies in here, and I didn't actually know what they were at first, and I'm standing here for quite a while. They're not really a bother to us. They just shoot stuff at us. If you can see this thing right by there. And for some reason I really did think that hit, because it did look like a hit. But there we go. And we can also, because these enemies are back here for some reason, but we can also take out the beamos. And we will one-shot these enemies with a bow. We didn't need to kill these, but it's just a bit easier than walking around and letting them probably hurt us. But now we can go forward without getting shot at. And there's, if you remember the beamos from the right hand side, we picked up the small key. We can take care of that, and we can move him aside. There's also a few more archers about here as well, like on the left and right, which I don't really clock onto yet. And if you can see right by there, those axes, they're exploding barrels, which you usually use to our own advantage, but we can actually get hurt by them, because the enemies have shot them, and I believe one of them does in this. They can't really hit you from this distance for some reason, which is okay because they're easily dispatched. So now we can access part further up in here. But first, you know, the old breaking of vases, trying to get whatever cash I can get. And that's where they actually shoot the barrels, which is a nice touch. But we can also shoot the barrels behind them. And now we can finally move on, but in here there's a couple more treasure chests for us to open. And there's only get to the one of them because I actually don't know how to get to the other one. That one up in the top left. The one further down is easily gotten to because that's underneath in the old water. And we get to shoot this rope bridge from there, which is again quite odd, upside down. It's not on there, it's usually right by there, which again is easily gotten to. And it's not explained that you can actually use your sword underwater, which usually isn't a very good idea because it does swing very slowly. Like I say, the way you put it back in his sheath, it does take a while. The way he sheathed it, my bad. But yeah, we've nearly hit the rupee limit in our wallet in this game. It's a massive 300 instead of the classic, 99. But yeah, we do upgrade our money bags as well. I'm not sure when that is, but we will. But before we go this way, we can go about getting another fairy for this fight. Like you say, we might not need it. Well, we didn't actually, but it's always good to have one in your bottle. And now we're basically one room away, which is, this room is actually very annoying when I was in it, as there are some archers in there and they shoot very quickly for some reason, with pinpoint accuracy. Yeah, so I don't always get a chance to shoot because how quick that is. By the time I've aimed at him, it's not good enough. But eventually we take down all his boyfriends first, and we just got him to Archer, because like him in front of me, even if they're just the foot soldiers, they still only take one arrow to kill. And it's really winding me up. And the fact that I hit his arrow out of the air, I was quite impressed. And unfortunately, it's not nice enough to drop us any bloody heart, so I was a bit wary before going into this, but turns out it was fine. And we get some more dudes to one shoot as they just walk down here. That's all they do. One shot with the arrows, a lot easier than trying to take them all on in a big old fight. But we do recover some hearts, and I completely missed one there, right in front of my face, all bright and red. We get another big fancy lock for this door, and the rest of the video will be me in the boss fight and then a cutscene. So I'll probably, once the boss fight is finished, there will be no more talking. Right? Thought I'd tell you now before we get in the action. We'll get in there eventually. There we go. Okay, just for starters, this boss is incredibly easy, like stupidly easy to the max. The only reason I'm getting hit here because I just can't aim with a bow, and I underestimate the length of the chains. But all we've got to do, get behind, grab his chain, and pull. That's all. We just pull back, walk backwards, and he trips. And as you can guess, all we've got to do then is run to the front of him and slap him a good couple of times with a sword. And it really is so simple to do again, because you can line up the second arrow, or this arrow now, for the second he gets back up, so he doesn't get a chance. He really does not get an inch. There, down again. And once you've done basically that, it's pretty damn easy to do this. The only annoying part, I think it comes up, might be this part or that part, is the way I just kept doing that because I was trying to roll away. So don't, just make sure you're a bit further away if we start thinking about rolling. But again, just line up the arrow. And he really is just taken down so easily, it's a bit of a joke. And again, behind, iron boots, bish bash bosh, done diddly ant. And I believe this will be the last time. There we go. I'll see you guys next video, just enjoy the rest of it.
được nhé. Chưa. Could be anywhere with you time. Yeah. There had what we did. And what does you mean here? From there, how can you get to time? Oh, do you what you me my unit here? You aspire to there was my dear. From one end you time. Do you receive the deal? So if